guys, welcome to today's practice and welcome to video 1 of 5 videos that I have created for beginners and in order to help lay the foundations, which is the name of today's practice, laying the foundations. So this practice today will be focused on working through the foundational postures and poses and movements of yoga that I feel are really significant and important to know and to use and to have as tools for building and working through our yoga practice. So today we're going to move nice and steady and slowly, and that doesn't mean it's going to be really easy. It still will pose a decent amount of challenge for you, but it will also allow you to have time to think about the poses and to really feel into your body. And on that note, I just want to remind you or tell you for the first time, if this is new information, to beginners or to all people practicing yoga at any level, that we use the yoga practice and yoga postures as a way of getting into our body and getting to know our body better, not the other way around. So often people think, which is fine, to think this, that we are using our body to try and create and get into all of these different yoga postures, and that when our body is able to get into all of those postures, that we are then successful in our practice. And yoga at its very core is about the opposite. These postures were created with ancient wisdom by people who knew that these postures could benefit our health, and that they were just a foundation of how we could better get to know ourselves and our body. So when you're seeing me doing these poses, don't think about trying to look like me or trying to nail the pose, but think about, okay, I've got this, I can do that, but how am I going to do it in a way so that this movement is helping me get into my body, rather than how am I going to get into this and use my body to make this pose look as accurate and solid as possible. So on that note, that was a lot of information to throw at you. I hope you enjoyed today's practice, and I hope you commit, just for your own benefit, to trying at least the entirety of today's practice, and hopefully all 5 practices in this 5-part series that will really help you build your yoga practice and get into your body more using these yoga postures and poses. So we're going to start in a seated position today, and we're going to start by taking 5 breaths. So I want you to bring your fingertips either side of you, and as you inhale, you're going to inhale really nice and deeply. You're going to allow your arms to lift up, and the gaze is going to look up towards the fingertips. Your rib cage will lift. Really stretch, and then exhale, release. And as you release, just allow your navel to draw in a little bit, and you'll curve over in the spine. Allow the head to release, and then reverse it again as you inhale. Gaze looks up, rib cage lifts, arms stretch, and then exhale. Let it all go. Allow the navel to draw in. Slight curve in the spine as you release the head and the neck. 3 more times. Inhale. Gaze towards the fingertips. Exhale. Navel draws in. Neck and head release. Slight curve in the spine. Inhale. Fill your lungs up with air. Allow the rib cage to rise. Stretch up tall, and the spine. Last time, inhale, really fill your body up with air. Nice big stretch. And then exhale, release. Fingertips down to the mat. Now placing your hands on top of your knees, we're going to start to take some circles. So we don't need to overthink it, but just moving our body over to the left and then forward, so our chest is opening, our shoulders are rolling back, and then moving to the right, and then the opposite happens, so we contract in the navel, curve through the spine, and then opening the chest up as we move forward, and then curving as we come back. And allow the intelligence of your body to help with this movement. So we're just warming up through the spine, just moving in one direction at the moment, and then we'll switch. And I'm using my hands on my knees to really help get into this movement. And I inhale as I come forward, chest opens, shoulder blades draw together, and then the navel draws in and I curve over in the spine. Keep going on this side, also feeling the hips starting to warm up as you're moving forward and back, forward and back. And you can slow it down even more if that feels more comfortable. For me, I like to think of this as I'm grinding, waking up all the insides, all my organs. And then we'll slowly switch and move the other way. So moving right, navel draws in, we curve over in the spine, and over to the right and forward. I think I said right, but we're moving to the left first. But really it doesn't matter, just switch direction and you'll be fine. Keep breathing, inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you move back. Feel free to close the eyes for this movement as well. Whatever feels more comfortable. Nice, guys. Keep it going for 10 more seconds. Last circle, inhaling and exhaling. From here, fingertips are going to come back to the mat, out to each side. We're going to inhale, right fingertips rise up, sweep up above our head. Then from here, we'll walk the left fingertips out a little bit and take a nice side body stretch. As you do this, I want you to find some resistance. So rather than collapsing, I want you to push back with the left arm. So that we're creating a little bit of resistance and making this stretch in the side body a little bit deeper. Inhale again here. Exhale, maybe if it feels comfortable, we can lower the elbow and then just deepen that stretch a little bit more. Inhaling and exhaling, always moving a little bit deeper into whatever posture we find ourselves in. Inhale, exhale, you're going to round over towards the left diagonal. Okay? You can adjust your fingers if you need. So your spine is now rounded, neck and the head released, and we're curving over the left leg towards the direction of the left diagonal. Deep breaths here. Feeling the whole of the back body starting to open up. And awareness starting to come into this part of the body. Then we'll inhale, return to the side stretch. Exhale here for a moment, and then inhale using your core to come back to center, and then exhale, we'll walk the right fingertips out and we'll take the stretch over to the other side, creating that resistance again. So feel the difference between when you're just leaning and allowing the right arm to collapse, and then when you create some resistance and strength in that arm, and then reach over. So it's like you're trying to reach, but your arm's pushing you in the opposite way. That's what's going to create a really deep stretch. Whew, through the left side body. Inhale here. Exhale again. If it's comfortable, drop the right elbow down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, start to curve over, come into the right diagonal. So reaching out, and then allowing the head and the neck to hang loose. You might also feel a little bit of a stretch or an opening in the hips, in the left hip in particular. And allow your breath in this movement to let you feel and help you feel into your body a little bit more. Then inhale, we'll move back through our side stretch. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale. And exhale, using the core to come back to center. Inhale, gaze up to the fingertips. Exhale, fingertips are going to interlock behind the back, the lower back, and then shoulders are going to roll back and down, shoulder blades drawing together, arms are reaching towards the earth, and if you have long arms, your fingertips or your knuckles may even be on the ground as you do this. Really drawing our shoulder blades back and down in towards each other. And you should feel really nice opening in the chest. And then I just like to gently draw my chin a little bit closer to my chest, and that just deepens the stretch in the neck for me. And I welcome you to do the same. Encourage you to do the same. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Release the hold, fingertips float back up, gaze towards them. And then this time that navel is going to contract and you're going to start to curve over in your spine as the navel draws in. And you're just reaching forward, fingertips touching. Release the head and the neck. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, this time left fingertips to right knee and right fingertips are going to come behind you. We're going to take it into a side body twist. Okay. So we're not cranking our body into this twist. You want to think about using your core and your torso to move into this twist, and then you're just going to place your arm lightly on the knee. So you're not using the arm to try and create too much of a twist here. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, right arm reaches up. And then as going to twist. Allow the left arm to come behind now, and then drop the right fingertips to the left knee. Side body twist on the other side. And again, not cranking into it, but using your core strength and just finding what feels comfortable. Two more breaths here. Final breath. And then left arm reaches up. And we come back to our center. And then from here we're going to move into tabletop position, or all fours, so on your hands and knees. And you want roughly your hands to be stacked underneath your shoulders and your knees stacked underneath your hips. Index fingers pointing forward, and then pinky fingers just rotating out a little bit, okay? In fact, even the index fingers can rotate out a little bit, and then we just get this outer rotation in the arm, and that helps us with our next posture, okay? So starting with a neutral spine, so not dropping the belly down, which is what we'll be doing in a minute, and not curving up in the spine at all, but just relaxed in a neutral position. Okay, all here together. On our next inhale now, we'll start to drop the belly down. So you'll feel the tailbone start to release as you drop the belly down, and then allowing that outer rotation of the arms to happen. Our chest is going to open up as our gaze looks out in front. Then as you exhale, with a sensation of pushing away from the mat, curving into the spine, then really pushing up into the shoulder blades and releasing the head over. Inhale, reverse it, drop the belly, open the chest, lower back starts to warm up, and then exhale, rounding through the spine. Head releases, we push away from the mat. Inhale, belly drops, chest opens, lower back, there's a nice little bend there. Exhale, pushing away from the mat, rounding through the spine, head releases down. Twice more, inhale, drop the belly, breathe in. Exhale, round through the spine, push away from the mat. Last time, really use the breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale back to neutral, and exhale, sit back towards the heels, then walk the fingertips out just a little bit further so you've got a really nice stretch along the arms. And then exhale, bring the forehead to the mat. Maybe walk the fingertips even further away if you need to, so you've got a really deep stretch in the shoulders and the shoulder blades. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And then inhale, rising back up to neutral spine, tabletop position. This time we'll inhale and drop our belly again, as if we're moving through those cat-cows. But as you exhale, I want you to play with, if it feels comfortable and not too challenging, tucking the toes under, and then just letting the knees hover, okay? And then maybe pushing back a little bit, as if you were coming into down dog. But I want us to all keep our knees bent, okay? So we'll inhale, drop the belly down, chest opens, and then as you exhale, pushing away from the mat, but this time tucking the toes and allowing the knees to hover, maybe pushing the hips back, pushing away from the mat, practicing coming into our down dog with a nice deep bend in the knee. Inhale, slowly lower down, drop the belly again and open through the chest. Exhale, tuck the toes, hover. Inhale, release. Belly drops. Exhale, pushing away, we're starting to round through the spine, and then the knees lift, keeping a bend in the knees. Inhale twice more. Adjusting if you're feeling pressure in the wrists, then just take it into that cat pose without lifting the knees, or lift the knees on your exhale. Last time, inhale, belly drops, chest opens. Exhale, curl the back toes, hover, maybe push a little bit further this time. And then inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Exhale, sit back onto the heels again. Walk the fingertips out in front. Inhale here. And then exhale, keeping that stretch. Slowly lower the forehead back to the mat. Coming into your child's pose, but opening up the back body and the shoulders as we do that. And then inhale, we'll walk the hands back in towards the knees. So we're sitting on our heels. Just going to grab a drink. Feel free to grab a drink if you need. Okay, and from here, we're just going to take that side body stretch again. So over to the left and then over to the right. Okay, so inhale. Arms reach up, gaze looks towards the fingertips, and then as you exhale, left fingertips come towards the ground, and we lean over towards the left. Again, creating that resistance. Okay. So we're pushing back with the left arm as the right arm reaches over in that direction. And then we create a nice deep stretch along the right side of our body. Inhale, exhale, start to curve over towards the left diagonal. So same thing again. Reaching away, curving over, releasing the head and feeling the stretch and the opening in the back body. And then breathing into this. Imagine filling your back with air, feeling the air touch your back on the inside as you inhale. And your next inhale, moving back through the side stretch. And then exhale, using the core to rise back up to center. Inhale. Exhale, moving over towards the right this time. 2 deep breaths here. And just find again what feels good and comfortable. Inhale. Exhale, start to curve over, this time towards the right diagonal. Release the head and the neck. Imagine you're pushing away, okay? So like you were in the child's pose. Your hands are really reaching away. And then we're breathing air, filling up the body, feeling the air reach all the way to our back as we inhale. And exhale. Inhale, moving back through the side body stretch, and exhale, using the core to rise back up. Inhale, gaze up towards the fingertips. Exhale, we'll link the fingers behind the back again. And then roll the shoulders back and down, shoulder blades draw together. Reach the arms back and down, opening up the chest. So really allowing your shoulders to relax down, shoulder blades to draw together, your chest to open up. And then again drawing the chin, not completely to the chest, but just slightly in towards the chest. So you get a nice stretch through the back of the neck as well. One more breath here. Inhale, fingertips stretch up. Exhale, navel contracts and draws in, and we curve over in the spine as we reach forward. Head releases, neck releases. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, side body twist again. One more inhale here. Exhale, release. Inhale, right arm stretches. Exhale, we shift over to the other side. Right arm to left knee. Left arm behind. Left arm reaches up. And we move back to center. From here, inhale, rise up onto our knees. Okay. And then we're going to move into a low lunge. So you can use a hand to help you. We're going to step up so that our left leg is at a nice right angle. And then we're just going to slowly lunge and lean forward into a low lunge. You can walk your knee back a little bit if that helps. We're just going to take 3 deep breaths here in a low lunge. And if your hand, it isn't comfortable to have your hands on the ground, then you can always have your hands on your knees or have your hands on your hips, whatever's more comfortable. Also feel free to put a little bit of padding underneath the back knee. And we're just going to breathe here in this low lunge. Really deep inhales. Feel as if as you're inhaling, the breath is going to the stretch. It's moving to the part of that body that we're opening. So the right hip and groin area. From here, tuck the back toes just so that you can shimmy that knee a little bit closer. And then keeping the back toes tucked, we're going to rise up strong to our crescent lunge. So really use the strength of the thigh muscles to bring you up into this crescent lunge. And you should now also feel a deep stretch in the right thigh. Then you're going to uncurl that back toe. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale again, gaze up towards the fingertips. Exhale, you're going to start to shift, so you're opening up towards the right. Your right arm sweeps back and your left arm sweeps forward. Practicing another side body twist here with a little bit of balance in, okay? If you need to put your arms on any part of your body to find balance, go ahead. One more deep breath here. Exhale, right arm sweeps down to come up. We come back into our crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, left arm sweeps back, right arm forward this time. Twist to the other side. Really working on our balance. Nice and strong in the left thigh and the right thigh. Inhale. Exhale, left arm sweeps down and up, back into our crescent lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, release back down into your low lunge. From here we'll inhale. Exhale, start to shift the hips back. Walk the fingertips back as well until you can comfortably straighten your left leg. And then we're just going to stretch here. Okay. If you need to be up a little bit higher, that's fine. Whatever's comfortable. If you need to keep a little bit of a bend in the left leg, that's fine too. Remember, it's all about your body. It's not about mine. It's not about the ideal yogi body. It's just about your body. Inhale, moving back into your low lunge. Exhale, rising up again into the crescent lunge. Inhale here. Exhale again. Side body twist. Inhale. Back to the crescent lunge. Exhale, twist into the other side. So right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale here. Exhale, back to crescent lunge. Inhale, gaze up to the fingertips. Exhale, moving into our low lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, runner stretch, walking the fingertips back if you need. And then just very slowly straightening the left leg, flexing the left foot. And breathing into this stretch. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can always keep a bend in the left leg and just round over in the spine. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, start to shift back forward into your low lunge. From here, you're going to swing the right leg back, okay? So that it's now, the feet are in line with the knee in that direction. The left leg stays exactly where it is. And then we slowly rise up, coming into this mini warrior two, as I like to call it. Okay, so left leg stays where it is, and the right leg just swings back and behind. And we rise up into this warrior two, so really a lot of work and strengthening in the left leg. From here, we'll inhale, left arm comes to rest gently, excuse me, on the left thigh. And the right arm is then going to reach up and over. So again, side body stretch. But remember to create that resistance again. So you're always pushing away and then reaching, and then you've got this resistance that really deepens the stretch. And also in this posture helps open up in the hip as well. So we'll take 2 breaths here, really thinking about this posture, how you can use it to get into your body more, to get deeper into your body. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to start to curve over towards the leg, towards that arm. And then your inhale, arms going to sweep up and round in a circle. And then exhale, curving back over. And as you inhale, you might feel a little bit of a shift as the hip opens up more. And then as you curve over, the hip can release a little bit. Inhale, just moving through this circle and noticing the changes in sensation. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale, curving over. Inhale, reaching away. Exhale, curving over. This time you're going to inhale. Right arm's going to reach up and left arm is going to reach down. Okay? Then you're going to push the left arm into the left thigh push back with the left thigh so there's a little bit of resistance, and then just drop the fingertips down towards the mat, and you should really feel a nice deep stretch. Okay, so fingertips are pulling in the opposite direction, and at the same time the back of this arm is creating resistance against the left thigh to open up in the hip. If that's too much, you can always release the fingertips down and just work here. Okay, or likewise you can just continue with reaching up with that arm resting on the thigh. Or we're going to try this mini triangle pose for one more breath, and then as you exhale, we'll rise back up into our warrior two, our mini warrior two. Okay, from here, right arm circles, and then we walk. Our legs stay where they are. We walk over to the right side. We place our fingertips just to the right of our knee, and then slowly pushing our hips forward, we're going to reach back, coming into a mini reverse warrior. But we want to work through that nice and slowly and mindfully, okay? Inhale here, exhale, navel draws in, hips move back, and we walk back over towards the left, and then open our arms up back into our mini warrior two pose. From here, we'll try and using our balance, bring the left knee in, and then you can use your hands if you need to. We'll now step out onto the right foot, swing that left leg round, and move into a low lunge on the other side. Okay, so ready to repeat that whole sequence on the other side. So hopefully you're a bit more familiar with it now. It won't be quite as challenging and as new as it was in that first instance. So inhaling and exhaling into this low lunge, and feeling an opening in the left hip area. One more inhale and exhale here. Then tuck the back toes under. Just shift that knee a little bit closer to the front foot. And then inhale, rise up strong into your crescent lunge. Whoop. If you lose your balance, it's fine. Feeling that deep stretch in the left thigh. And then allowing the toes to untuck and taking the intensity out of that thigh stretch. Whoop. And adjusting your stance if you need to feel like you've got a little bit more balance, but just keeping this right angle as much as possible in the right leg. Inhale here, exhale, opening up towards the front, so right arm forward, left arm back, side body twist. Notice the sensations and make adjustments if you need. Inhale, exhale, left arm sweeps down and up, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist into the other side, left arm forward, right arm back, side body twist. Inhale, exhale, right fingertips drop down. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, shifting forward, coming back into that low lunge. Inhale here. And then exhale, slowly start to shift the hips back, straighten the right leg, walk the fingertips back, and then rocking onto the heel, flexing the right foot, and just enjoying this stretch through the right leg, all the way into the right hamstring and the right glute. And remember, you can also keep a bend in the knee if that's comfortable. If that's more comfortable, I should say. So just finding a comfortable runner stretch. And then inhale. inhaling, starting to move back forward into that low lunge. And then exhaling, rising up strong again in your crescent lunge. Remembering you can always pause the video and put some padding underneath the knee if you need to. Inhale here. Exhale, opening up towards the front again. Right arm forward, left arm back. Keeping your balance here. Inhale, left fingertip sweeps down to come up. Then we exhale, twist in the opposite direction. Left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, right fingertips drop. Reach up, crescent lunge. Exhale, release. Ooh, nice. Inhale, finding that runner stretch again. Starting to straighten the right leg, walk the hands back. Just breathe in here for 3 breaths, 2 more. Final breath. And then inhale, shifting back forward into our low lunge. And exhaling, back of the left leg swings in. And then we rise up into our mini warrior 2 on the other side. Okay? Just holding it here for a second, starting to feel the way the hips open in this posture. That you need a lot of strength and integrity in the right leg. And also a lot of balance and strength in the left leg as well. Inhale, and then exhale, right arm comes to right thigh. And left arm sweeps up and over, coming into that stretch, creating that resistance again. So it's like you're pushing away, but then the top of your body is also reaching, creating a nice deep stretch. Allowing the breath to do something to the movement, to create more awareness and love and comfort in the body. Then inhaling. Exhale, start to curve over towards the right leg. Inhale, the arm circles round, reaching up and out. And then exhale, curving over. Inhale. Exhale, curving over. Inhale. Notice the change in sensations. Exhale, curving over. Last time. Inhale. Exhale, curving over. And this time, inhale, reach up with the left arm. Reaching down with the right arm. And then slowly seeing if you can lower the fingertips towards the mat, maintaining that stretch away in the left arm and the upper arm. And then also creating a little bit of resistance between the right arm and the right thigh. And again, if that's too much, just allow the fingertips to drop down and just reaching up and away with the left hand. Maybe taking your gaze up towards the fingertips or down towards the fingertips. Just here for one more breath. And then exhale, rising back up strong into our mini warrior 2. From here we'll inhale, left arm will sweep over towards the right, and then we'll walk out. So fingertips coming out over towards the left, past the left knee. Left hand fingertips rest on the mat, okay? So you're on your fingertips, not on your palm. And then you slowly gonna push your hips forward. And then start to reach back, coming into a reverse warrior, okay? Take 2 breaths here, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, start to contract in the navel, draw the hips back, and then walk the fingertips back, over to the right side. And then open up back into your warrior two. Step the right leg back in this time. Here in the middle. And then we'll inhale, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, sit back onto our heels. And then we'll slowly transition onto our front. Okay? From here, we're going to work through 5 baby cobras. Okay? So with our cobras, we want our hands to be in line with our rib cage, palms on the mat. We want our elbows to be tucked in, so they're alongside the side of our body. And we'll rise up slowly, so our forehead lifts, okay? Then our chest lifts, and then the head and the chin lift. So then we're here hovering, getting a nice stretch, starting to warm up the lower back, and then we release back down. Okay, we'll do that 5 times. So inhale, forehead lifts, chest lifts, head lifts, gaze out in front, inhale, exhale, release. Keep the elbows tucked in towards the rib cage. Inhale, forehead lifts, chest lifts, head lifts, exhale, release. And this can be a really small movement, okay? Inhale, forehead, chest, head, exhale, release. Twice more. Inhale, forehead, chest, head, and then release, chest, forehead. Last time, inhale, forehead, chest, head, and then exhale, release. Allow the forehead to rest on the mat. Take a nice deep breath in and out. And then inhale, we're going to reach the arms round to interlace behind the back again, just as we were before. And then from here, on your next inhale, you're just going to slowly lift the forehead and the chest very, very gently off of the ground as you're reaching back and drawing your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades in towards each other. And we'll just take 2 breaths here in this stretch. And feel how the stretch intensifies as you breathe. Fill your lungs and your body out with air. And then exhale, release. Forehead back to rest on the mat. Inhale, bend at the knees. And you're going to gently see if you can take hold of your ankles or of the top of your feet, the tops of your feet. And then from here, I just want you to draw your heels in towards the butt. Okay, so you're starting to create a nice deep stretch in the thighs. And then at the same time, if there's space between the pubic area and the pelvis area, it's like a little hollow space there, I want you to imagine filling that up and drawing your pelvis, your pubic bone in towards the mat, as you at the same time draw your heels in towards your bum. And you should feel a really nice deep stretch in the quads. One more inhale here. And then exhale. I want you to start to allow your feet to kick back. And then again, same thing. Just allow your forehead and your chest to rise up. And to help you do that, you can kick back, and that will sort of create this motion of pulling your arms back and helping your chest and your head lift off of the mat. Thighs stay in contact with the mat, and we'll just breathe here. Nice and strong, you got it guys, for 2 breaths. Really feeling up the body with your breath and allowing the stretch to deepen as you breathe. Inhale. And then exhale, release it all. From here, we'll inhale, gently push back up, shifting back into our child's pose, reaching forward with the fingertips, nice deep stretch. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Really feel that stretch in the back body. Another deep breath here. Exhale out through the mouth. This time, inhale, walk the fingertips back towards the knees. And then we're going to shift the weight over and just swing the legs out in front. Okay? So we want the soles of the feet nice and firm and flat on the mat, bending at the knees. And we're just going to do a little bit of core work, okay, before our final posture. So, I want you to inhale deeply, nice and straight, sitting up straight in the back. And then exhale, start to shift back until you find a point, a spot, where it's your core that's having to keep you in this position. So your core is nice and engaged. And then we're going to hold there for 3 breaths. So just release for a minute. Come back to a straight back. Inhale. And then exhale. Find that spot again. Leaning back where your core has to engage. I'm going to take 3 deep breaths here. Second breath. Final breath. Exhale, stay there, use the core. And on your next inhale, rise back up. Whew. Knees come to elbows come to rest on the knees, straight back. And then exhale, let it go. And we're going to do that twice more. So inhale, nice straight back. Exhale, start to shift back until our core engages. And then we'll take our 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. You got this, guys. Inhale. Exhale. Just if you need to. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise back up. Straight back. Elbows rest on the knees. And then exhale. Let something go. Last time, guys. Inhale. Exhale. Start to shift back. Find the spot where the core engages. If you want this time, you can challenge yourself and lift your legs a little bit, or just keep the soles of the feet on the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, shifting back, forward. And exhale. Let it all go with the breath. From here, I want you to maybe walk your heels out a little bit further, but to a point where if you lean forward, you can hook your index and mid finger around your toes. From here, I want you to, so we want a nice deep bend in the knees for this. And then hooking onto your big toes. I want you to inhale, try and straighten the spine as much as possible. And then exhale, just really curve over. Allow the head, the neck, the back to release into this forward fold. And if you want, if it's comfortable, you can move your heels out a little bit further, but I want us all to keep a bend in our knee today. So inhaling again, straight through the back, and then exhale, releasing everything over. And if you're like this and your knees are literally here, that's absolutely fine. Like, that's not a problem. Taking 2 more breaths wherever you are. Remember, this isn't about me. This isn't about anyone else. This is about you and your body. And then from here, whew, slowly wiggle forward a little bit, so our bum's a little bit closer to our heels. And then as you exhale, really using the core, I want you to roll all the way back down onto your mat for our last little ditty. So then bring the heels again a little bit closer so that you can graze the heels with your fingertip. So I want your palms facing down towards the earth, flat against the mat. From here we're going to take 5 bridge rolls, okay? So we'll inhale, and make sure as well that your neck, you're not like this, but that your neck is straight. So lift the head if you need to, and then just allow that nice straight line through the back of the neck as we move into this posture. So we're going to inhale, fill up with air, and as you exhale, start to let the tailbone lift, okay? So really using the thighs, making sure the thighs are tracking straight and they're not splaying out, although that may happen a little bit. And then tailbone, mid back, lower back, in turn, lift off of the mat. So it's just the very top of your back and your shoulders and your head resting on the mat, as well as the soles of your feet. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale again. And exhale, rolling back down. Top of the back, mid back, lower back, tailbone. Inhale, same thing again. Exhale, tailbone lifts, mid back, upper back. Inhale here, really use the strength of your thighs. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, release, rolling down through the vertebrae, mid back, lower back, tailbone. Inhale the bottom. Exhale, rolling back up, tailbone lifts, mid back, upper back. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, lower, upper back, mid back, lower back. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, rolling back up. Tailbone lifts, then the mid back, the upper vertebrae of the back. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, lower. Last time through. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, slowly rolling through the spine. Lower back, mid back, upper back lifts. Inhale, hold it at the top. Exhale. Inhale again, really squeeze the glutes and the thighs if you need to. And then exhale, release it back down. Nice, guys. From here, just want you to tuck the knees in towards the chest. Just going to take hold of them and then rock back and forth, side to side a little bit. Whew. Just to release the back. Just rolling side to side, maybe forward and back a little bit, although that's a little bit harder. And then just taking hold of the knees and just taking some circles just to release. And then we'll take, as our last stretch, a supine twist. So just inhaling, exhaling, allowing the legs, the knees to shift over towards the left, and then taking the gaze over the right arm towards the right. And just feeling that decompression A nice stretch and twist in the spine. One more breath here. Exhale, using the core to bring the knees back up through center, and then exhaling, shifting them over to the right side, gently taking the gaze over and out towards the left fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, use the core to bring the legs back towards the center. And then we're just going to drop the soles of the feet onto the mat and allow the knees to open up. So soles of the feet are kissing together, and then the knees, we just allow them to fall towards the ground very naturally and comfortably. This isn't natural and comfortable. Soles of the feet come to the edges of the mat, and the knees can just come in towards each other instead. And we're just going to take 5 deep breaths here, filling the entirety of our body with so much air, our full capacity of air as we breathe, and with some loving attention and awareness at the same time, or just breath if that's not your thing. So inhale, fill the body with air. Exhale, release. Inhale, feel it with air. Exhale, release. Inhale, fill it with air. Exhale, release. Inhale, fill it with air. Exhale, release. Inhale, fill it with air. Exhale, release. Last time, inhale, fill the body up with air. And exhale, release. Keeping the eyes closed here, or closing them if you haven't already. We're going to slowly bring the right knee over towards the left knee, and then stretching the left arm up overhead and rolling so that our head is resting on our left arm, on the inside of our left arm. And we're sort of in a fetal position here, keeping the eyes closed. And then gently pushing up, coming into a seated position, but keeping the eyes closed as we return to the posture that we started in, just sitting with our legs crossed. And if you can, keep your eyes closed for this last minute. We're just going to take some nice gentle head rolls. So allow your head and your ear to drop down towards your right shoulder, and then allow the head to just release and roll forward, dropping over towards the left ear and the left shoulder, and then back towards the right, and just repeating this head roll 5 or 6 times in each direction, just as a last little stretch. Nice, guys. And then we can open the eyes back up together and just reorientate ourselves to our room and everything around us. And to finish, I'm just going to say a little prayer to you guys, and then you're welcome to sit here in this posture and just take some deep breaths for a while, or move on into the rest of your day knowing that you have taken the time to dedicate yourself to a really important and beneficial and wonderful practice. So, taking the palms up to the top of the head. May my guidance be both divine and mine. And taking my hands to my third eye, may my intuition be both universal and personal. And bringing my hands to my lips. And may my words always communicate the wisdom of my heart. Dropping my hands towards my heart center. May my heart always be aligned with my core truths. Dropping my hands towards my core, my center. And may these core truths ground me into the earth and keep me rooted. And in this way may heaven and earth be balanced within me. And we bring our arms back into heart center and we bow the head to the fingertips.